Hello, all my health friends. Today, I want to talk about menopause and how you can go through menopause more gently in a natural, holistic way, taking care of your body, nourishing it, not turning towards medications that could be harmful and aren't really getting to the root cause. And I am going through menopause myself. So this is an important subject to me, as well as many women going through that transition. We don't really know what to expect until we get there, and it can sometimes be a little frustrating and overwhelming and scary too. So I kind of want to share a little bit about my story and some things you can do to help you get through that in a very healthy way, okay? So I am 53 and a half now, and I was still having regular monthly cycles until about 3 months ago. I started having 2 a month. And maybe about 6 months ago, I even got migraines 2 times right before my cycle, and it was very uncomfortable. And what I do, instead of just running for some kind of medication, I always try to figure out what the problem is. Let's correct that imbalance and make it better naturally. So I started taking a super primrose oil, and that took care of the migraines and the headaches. I had also done some testing with Function Health, and I tested my omega-6 to omega-3. Most people are extremely high in omega-6, and they're eating the wrong kinds of omega-6 from trans fats, seed oils, processed foods, and they're not getting enough healthy fats and omega-3. I happen to be the opposite because I avoid the bad fats like the plague, and I take a lot of omega-3 in supplement form, and I get it in my diet. So my omega-3 was really high, and my omega-6 was really low. Omega-6 in the right forms is actually good for you, and so I decided I needed to increase my omega-6, but I was not going to do that by eating a McDonald's or Taco Bell or eating Dunkin' Donuts. That's not a way to increase your omega-6. That'll just make your body and your brain more sick. So I chose primrose oil because that's a super healthy form of omega-6, and I take 1 gel tab per day, and I still do it. It can also help with infertility if you're trying to get pregnant. So it can help when you're younger or when you're older, which is pretty cool. So I did that, and then sometimes I was getting a little moody before my cycles too. Being at an older age, having monthly cycles can be kind of hard on the body. And another thing, a problem I had was I got the Assure procedure many years ago, and I didn't want to have any more children. That's when you got your tubes coiled. That is now banned. Many women sued over that and had a lot of issues from that. So that's still stuck in me. That could be causing part of the problem, maybe. I don't know. You just don't know for sure. Some women have had to have hysterectomies from that and have had a lot of health issues from it. I haven't had too many issues, and I don't want to remove anything if I don't need to. So anyways, you have to kind of look at the whole picture. What procedures have you had done? Past history, whatever. I like to look at the whole full picture. And this is me personally. So I have not had a monthly cycle for about 6 weeks now, and I'm usually every 28 days. And I said earlier, the month before, I was having them twice a month. And now that hasn't happened. My body is also really good at kind of going all extreme, figuring something out and transitioning, and then boom, it's done with it, and I'm fine. I did not have any hot flashes. Like I said, I had some fatigue, a little bit of moodiness. Asked my husband, he might say a lot of moodiness. And then some of those headaches, 2 migraines I had. But no hot flashes, and I know a lot of women suffer greatly with the hot flashes and the fatigue and gaining weight. I don't gain weight. I have lost some muscle, I have noticed. So that has been a little bit of a problem, but not too much of an issue. But you shouldn't be gaining all that weight either. And so those are 2 things I want to talk about: the hot flashes and gaining weight, and losing a lot of muscle and just getting fat, basically. You're pudgy. And that really shouldn't be happening. So with the hot flashes, I believe that occurs because your good estrogen definitely is dropping and getting lower, or healthy normal estrogen, but many women have high xenoestrogens. I call them the toxic estrogen. the type that causes breast cancer and hot flashes, okay? Those are not normal. They are not healthy. And the medical world doesn't look into this. They just like to block all estrogen if you have cancer or put you on estrogen replacement as you're going through menopause. Really not a good idea, okay? Now, our body is really smart if you have a healthy body. As you get older, going through menopause, your cholesterol number is going to go higher because we do make our hormones through healthy cholesterol and adrenals. Adrenal is that adrenaline gland, right? Gives us the energy. They have to be healthy and functioning well. Chronic stress, even eating a lot of junk food can compromise adrenal function and make you very tired and sluggish. You may sleep well and then you wake up tired. Maybe you get a burst of energy in the evening. And then if you work out, it makes you even more tired instead of energizes you. That's a symptom of adrenal fatigue. Okay. Women get low in DHEA, pregnenolone. As just we get older, that's just going to get lower. So you may want to supplement with that as well. I really like Douglas brand DHEA Plus. So it has 25 milligrams of DHEA and the pregnenolone all in one. You don't want to take too much DHEA at once. It can cause some weird symptoms that may be uncomfortable. You got to keep it at a lower dose. And then you got to get rid of those xenoestrogens, which come from the environment, cell phones, pollutants, eating non-organic food with lots of pesticides and chemicals on them, eating lots of sugar, desserts, simple carbs, grains. All that junk that is not meant for the human body will make those xenoestrogens go through the roof. It causes estrogen in men too, so they get enlarged prostate, man boobs, and they lose their testosterone and they go impotent, okay? These are not normal, healthy estrogens. They cause disease in the body, and in women, they will cause hot flashes, and that is what you have to correct. We want the healthy estrogen, like flaxseed oil. But if you have a lot of xenoestrogens, you need to correct that first before adding in the good estrogen. Primrose oil can help with that as well, but you have to clean up your diet and lifestyle. You also have to avoid eating meats that are not organic or grass-fed, because guess what? They inject that animal with hormones and antibiotics while they're alive. Then you eat it and you have those unhealthy hormones in your body. Milk, if you're drinking pasteurized milk, that's not organic. You're also drinking hormones that they inject into the cow, chickens too, their eggs. So you have to be careful what you're eating. And chronic stress can cause this as well. It can cause your estrogen to go too high in an unhealthy way and make those hot flashes worse. Everything must be in balance. And you can also be low in progesterone, which is a youthing hormone. It keeps your skin soft and supple, your hair thick and healthy. It helps you not have vaginal dryness. I have no vaginal dryness, even though I'm in menopause now. I know it's not complete until it's a full year with no monthly cycles, but I'm not experiencing any vaginal dryness. I do use liposomal progesterone cream from Wild Yam. You don't want to use the synthetic versions like Progestin. Bioidentical hormones are good too, because it's the natural type hormones that your own body would be making. I don't take those myself. I really like to do it a little bit more naturally with supplements that are food-based, or those creams that are more food-based as well. That seems to work for me. But yeah, I avoided hot flashes. You shouldn't be having those. If you're having them, you need to look into liposomal progesterone and getting rid of those xenoestrogens. So these are just a few examples that I wanted to share. There's much more out there, but these are some of the basics that you might want to look into. And don't be concerned if your cholesterol goes up to 220, 230, mine even went up to 250. You have to look at the whole picture with that, the ratios between HDL and LDL, the triglycerides. There's actually about a total of 18 different tests you need to do on heart health and cholesterol. And in the medical world, they do 4 simple tests that don't show you enough. But I can even look at those 4 and help you decipher that in the right way. Because in the medical world, they're just looking to medicate you. Oh, that number's high, you need to get on a medication. And they're not looking at the ratios and the patterns properly, or the age of the person, the sex of the person. A female is different than a male. A 53-year-old is different than a 30-year-old, okay? So we've got to change our thinking. We are now believing that this modern medicine we have and this conventional testing that we have and putting everyone on medications is real medicine and conventional medicine when it's not. Conventional medicine was naturopaths, chiropractors, and herbalists back in the 1800s and early 1900s until Rockefeller came in and changed everything with his petroleum-based medications, realizing this could make a fortune of money for lifelong, shut down all the holistic schools and only funded medical schools that would do pharmaceuticals, and that's what we have today. So use your thinking skills, guys. Naturopaths are not fake. Functional medicine doctors are real. They look out for your best interests and they help you get to the root cause of whatever your health issues are. And if you're having hot flashes, don't just jump into some medication that's going to harm you in the long term and not get to the root cause. Okay, so let's go through menopause in a healthy, safe way and find a good naturopath in your area. Or you can even reach out to me. I do virtual consults if you don't live where I do. I want to help people live long, healthy lives with abundant life and full of energy and not suffering. All right, bye-bye.